Thank you for joining me for part 2 of the Workbench build. The previous episode covered milling up the bulk of the lumber, and that allowed me to finalise the design. The SketchUp plans are linked in the description, and the episode then finished with me gluing up the bench top. I'll put a card on the screen or a link in the description if you want to start the series at part 1. Okay, so the hardwood legs turned out really nice, and I decided to use them instead of the laminated cypress. And now I can glue this last piece to the bench top. You'll see that it will become part of the mortise joint for the legs. You need the legs milled up to size so that you can get the perfect spacing here. Well, it's coming together. So this is where I'm at. My next step is to notch out these legs to fit the mortise, notch out the legs to fit the stretchers, and go from there. The bottom of the stretchers will be 150. This will be the height of the stretcher, whatever it is, and I'll cut a lap joint to fit. So that will be the final thickness. These don't have nails, they've been removed, so I'll plane these stretchers down to this thickness. Right, so that's good enough. Now to cut one end off square. clear. And that's how you joint boards without a jointer. The pieces are now jointed, relatively square, most importantly the same thickness. Now I can cut the cross-lap joints in the legs. Now that's what I call a nice piece of Blackbutt. Okay, this is the lumber that I'm using for the front of the bench and the bench vices. It comes pre-dressed. I've taken off those roundovers and now I'm ready to cut the joint for it. This timber is at least 30 years old and super hard. Well, that was sort of satisfying. Okay, I've now done the top cross lap or tenon joints, whatever you want to call them. And now one's for the side rails or stretchers. Working with reclaimed lumber has certain challenges. I'll be able to hide most of these holes. These two I can't. And this one has a bolt in it that I can't remove. So that'll be a bit of a challenge cutting around that. Yes. Well, that concludes part 2. In part 3, we'll start the assembly. Thanks heaps for watching. And I'll see you next week.